dear friends. You've studied your English verb conjunction. You've got a great grasp of vocabulary and your accent is perfect. You are talking to native speakers and understanding every single word. In short, you are feeling great. And then, out of now here, two annoying little verbs make you stop right in the middle of your sentence. Should I use make or do? These two verbs are used in hundreds of daily situations, but it can be easy to mix them up. You ask yourself questions like, did I just do a cake or make a cake? Did I do exercise or make exercise? But don't get frustrated. Once you learn the difference between make and do, your English speaking confidence will grow. Let's take a look at two of the most commonly confused verbs for English learners. Please don't worry, you can do it. First, let's see why so many English learners have problems with make and do. In many languages, including Spanish and Italian, one verb is used to mean both make and do. Because of this, it's very common for speakers of these languages to have trouble knowing the difference between make and do. In fact, it's one of the most common errors I have seen as an English teacher in Spain and abroad generally. So, if you are having trouble, you are not alone. Make and do are also confusing because there is no standard rule that explains the usage of both verbs completely. Instead, there are some loose definitions that help us understand their general meanings. There are also many exceptions that are contrary to these general definitions. This can be frustrating. Finally, these two verbs are difficult because they are both very common words that appear in many phrasal verbs and collocations. Sometimes phrasal verbs don't match with the general definitions of make and do, so you just have to memorize them. You may be asking, what can I do to make these verbs less difficult? Do you see what I did there? Throughout this video you can see the verbs make and do used in a natural way. That's because reading and listening to English is one of the best ways to learn the difference between make and do. English immersion helps you learn which word sounds correct in a sentence. After you finish this video, you can continue immersing yourself in English from your own home with a number of useful and engaging resources available online. Here are some of the best ways to practice this make and do through immersion. If you don't live in an English-speaking country, you can find real-world English videos like movie trailers, music videos, news clips and inspiring talks. In these videos, you'll hear native English speakers having normal conversations. You are guaranteed to hear make and do since they are so common. While you watch, you can also follow along with interactive English subtitle. Another way to learn the difference between make and do is to read books in English. This will help you get comfortable with the different collocation and phrasal verbs that use make and do. You can also create your own learning material to help you practice make and do. For example, you can create a mind map or practice writing scripts or conversation using the two verbs. If you don't feel you are ready for immersion, you can start by taking this short quiz on the difference between make and do. It's also a great idea to scroll through YouTube, where you can find some helpful grammar videos that explain the difference between make and do. Now, let's take a look at a simple breakdown of the two verbs below. Let's get the journey started. Make implies an act of creation, construction or production and in this way is often closely related to activities such as the cooking, baking and household duties. I'm going to make some breakfast. Would you like some? What are you making for dinner? It smells delicious. I made a chocolate cake last night. Make, in the sense of creation or construction, can take on a number of other meanings. Sometimes we talk about making physical object, but we can also talk about making intangible, non-physical objects like a plan, a law or a decision. The government needs to make new laws to protect the homeless citizens. I've been making leather jackets for over 20 years because it's my specialty. You need to make a decision about which car you want to buy. The verb do is more active and generally requires a specific action. If it helps, you can think of the world-famous Nike slogan, "Just do it." I try to do some exercise every day. She's going to do some gardening this weekend. We all did a lot of work yesterday. Do is also commonly used in equations about daily activities. A general way to ask someone about their day is to say, "What did you do today?" The verb do is also frequently matched with indefinite pronouns like nothing, something or anything to talk generally about actions. Did you do anything today? I did nothing all week. Maybe tomorrow we can do something different. Arguably, the most common usage of the verb to do is in the questions, "What do you do?" This question is understood to mean what do you do for work or what is your job, profession or career. As a general rule, then make implies construction or production, and do implies activities or actions. However, it's not always that simple. After many years of learning English, I've noted a number of frequent errors that students make when they use these two verbs. Please be aware that this is no way an exhaustive full list by simply what I have seen as an English teacher. If you make some of these errors, don't worry. I've provided the correct construction as well. Incorrect. Make exercise. Correct. Do exercise or simply exercise. I'm feeling a bit tired. I need to do some exercise. I like to exercise in the evenings. Incorrect. Make a favor. Correct. Do a favor. Could you do me a favor and send me that great YouTube video about the difference between make and do? Incorrect. Do an effort. Correct. Make an effort. My grades in Spanish class are getting worse. I need to make more of an effort. Incorrect. Make one's homework. Correct. Do one's homework. I'm going to be in trouble at school today because I forgot to do my homework. Incorrect. Makes exams. Correct. Take exams. I need to take one more exam before I finish my degree. Incorrect. Make a travel. Correct. Go on a holiday or go on a trip. I'm going on a trip next year to Bali. Incorrect. Take a decision. Correct. Make a decision. I need to make a decision about which subject I will study next year. Incorrect. Make a party. Correct. Have a party. We're going to have a big party for your birthday. This is by no means a complete list. However, it's a good list of very common expressions with make and do. Learning these common collocations is a good start for mastering these two verbs. You can continue building this table by adding other common English expressions, collocations and phrasal verbs that you learn. First, collocations with make. Second, collocations with do. Make breakfast, dinner, lunch. Do exercise. Make the bed. Do a favor. Make a mistake. Do the dishes. Make a decision. Do run. Make a choice. Do right. Make a plan. Do good. Make money. Do harm. Make an attempt. Do the shopping. Make an appointment. Do damage. Make progress. Do one's best. Make an offer. Do business. Make friends. Do research. Make a mess. Do one's hair. Make a suggestion. Do a job. Make a promise. Do a project. Make a wish. Do homework. It requires dedication, commitment and consistent practice. But I believe that you can do it by focusing on native English content and memorization tools. You can master these verbs and use them like a native English speaker. Keep at it and don't give up. Maxim Fadeev was with you. See you soon.